Hello everybody, welcome fellow colorists to our end of the month video for February 2024. Today is Wednesday. This lovely 30 by 30 diamond painting is my one craft that I did for the month. So I'll just have it here while I quickly go over a few things. First off, thank you so much for everybody who has already entered the draw for my 2,000 subscriber giveaway. We will be drawing on March 1st, so you've got just a couple days left to go ahead and enter the draw. The link is in the video description. It is a Google form that you need to enter your email address. Please note that I'll contact you directly through that email, and I will be contacting you via my JI Colorist email. So please don't fall for any scams if at all possible. There will be 2 winners and it is a PDF giveaway. So hopefully you all have a chance to enter the draw if you like. We are going to go over a couple of stats. I did 20 pages this month. I did one craft. This is the craft. I am away from my home, so you will see quite a few of the same books over and over. I did 9 videos, including a video that will happen tomorrow, February 29th. It is a bonus video, and it is a short video on the Frogs and Friend completed book flip through. So that is yet to come. We are ending the month of February with 2,123 fellow subscribers and colorists here on the channel. So I'd like to welcome 81 new colorists to the channel. Hello, welcome. So glad to have you here. If you're new, give a hello in the comments below of this video. And this is the only time in the month that I say, if you enjoy what you see here on the channel and are getting some enjoyment out of it, please go ahead and consider subscribing. And without further ado, let's take a look at all the pages that I have done for the month, including buddy colors. I did 6 buddy colors this month, so a little bit more than 1 extra, and I completed 5 hashtags total. So I only really put on Instagram the hashtags I do. Most of my buddy colors I don't post directly. I save them for my video, but you may have seen some of my buddies post, which is totally fine. All right, let's get started. And I also will note that I am going to insert here a couple of clips of items that I did at the beginning of the month, and I filmed those before leaving Canada just so I didn't have to bring those books here as well. So I will insert those clips here of items that I did the first week of February. Before I left on my trip, I was able to complete 2 pages in the Woodland Watercolor book by Claire Teresa Gray. And this page here, I used some ink tints and a couple other smaller watercolor items, and then I also used just a tiny bit of gel pen. And I was just trying to get the feel for my new Inktense pencils and how they work, both directly onto the paper and also using a water brush onto the tip of the Inktense pencil. So just a couple of little, I'm calling this the hiking bird watching page. So yeah, so some fine tech paint and Inktense. And then the other page that I completed, I've got some glassine paper in front of it, was for our Coloring Roulette Color with Us Coloring Roulette Challenge, and it was episode 7, and this is done all in pastel pencils. So there were 5 pencils that we were able to choose from. Let me just grab it. Colors for episode 7 were pink, yellow, blue-green, yellow-green, jade-green, and we were to use pastel pencils, and the item was to color birds. And so this, I did pastel pencil. I used the Gioconda 24 set by Colourist, and I did have the correct colors in this 24 set, so I was really happy with that because I haven't used these pencils a great deal. And it was fun to get them out and play with them. I used a blending stump to push them into the paper and to do a little bit of blending. Happy with how this page turned out. The Coloring Roulette Challenge is definitely a challenge, and every month I'm never sure if it's going to be a page that I want to show or not, but I always do show my pages, whether they're terrific or disasters. So I hope you have had a chance to watch that video, and thanks to Megan for playing along with me. And those are the 2 pages from Woodland Watercolor. The next book we have is A Million Sea Creatures by Lulu Mayo, and I did this page, and I did this to do another spirit animal for Sagittarius, which is dolphins. And since I did the owls realistically, I decided to do these in some fun non-realistic colors. This also helps for my checklist that I'm doing with Cindy. I'm coloring something non-realistic, which is not always easy for me. So this is how it turned out. I used the Clearo metallic paints. I used a little bit of Winsor Newton iridescent medium just on some of the bubbles, the pink bubbles, and then others have the Clearo paint on them. There's a little bit of gel pen in here for some outlining, and but mostly paint. And then the clouds or the waves here, some of the line items, illustrators lines, I have put Arctic's paint pens. Otherwise it's polychromos pencils and some paint. I'm really happy how it turned out. I did use some ink to brush some sky type moody clouds on there. It is a night sky, so the clouds are a little bit darker, but it's yeah, I'm not really sure why the moon is out, and yeah, they would be out on the water, so I didn't make it a dark sky. So there is that, and yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it's a fun page, and there was no bleed through, which is good, and very, very minimal warping. So this paper holds up actually quite well. Don't do a lot of scrubbing. I just applied the paint, and there is a video. The first Wednesday of the month, this was a video. So that's it for A Million Sea Creatures. This page is from a fun, small little book. You can see how small it is by comparison to my hand. Is Small Adventures by Amanda Kastner. And I did this page here. And I had some fun. I was just using my Spectrum Noir sparkle pens and a little bit of pencil from these mechanical colored pencils. So those are the ones. And then I added a variety of washi tape, and I changed the washi tape depending on the area where it was. So I put blue up here for the sky, and pink, and then green, and then a bit of floral washi tape. I just thought it was kind of a fun way to use washi tape on the page, but something a little bit different. I've been doing washi tape similar to this on some other pages, but this is the first time I used 4 different ones, and I think it kind of turned out cute. I've been using the same color palette. This is actually the picture from the front of the book, and happy with how it turned out. Okay, that's a quick page from Amanda Kastner's Small Adventures. Okay, the rest of the video is going to be based on size, and I go from smallest to largest to hopefully reduce the number of times I need to adjust the camera. I did quite a few pages in Johanna Basford's Small Victories, and I did some of them with some buddies. So let's take a look at the first page here, and that is this page, and I call it the Pencil Flowers. So this was a buddy color with Colorful Diaries, and I will include her page here as well. Pencil Flowers was done with Blick Studio pencils, a dual hybrid gel pen, some glaze, some ink pads for the background, and some Pitt Artist pens. So I did a little bit of backgrounds before leaving Canada, but otherwise most of it was done here. And it's a fun page. I'm trying to do less backgrounds in this book and keep it more of a fun color, but as you will see shortly, sometimes I forget that that's my intention. And here is Colourful Diaries 2018 is her Instagram handle, and this is her page. Her page turned out great. So happy to have a page done with her. I have not had a chance to do many pages with Colourful Diaries, so hopefully we do some more in 2024. Next page is a buddy color with my friend Cindy, and I will show her page in a second. I'm calling this the Four Hearts page. I used a stencil on the background with some paint, and I ended up hating it. So then I took some metallic acrylic paint and painted the background to try and kind of get rid of the stencil because I didn't like how it looked. I also had washi tape already down, so I just left the washi tape in place. The pencils that I used on here were the Blick pencils. I've got some dual hybrid gel pen on here, so there's a little bit of glitter and a few accents, and then I did kind of like a confetti with some of the metallic gel pens just to give them a bit of glow. And this is the page that I reminded myself that in this book my intention was not to go extravagant on background. And here is Cindy's page. Thanks so much for coloring with me, Cindy. My next small book that I did a bunch of pages in is Lulu Mayo's A Million Cute Animals. We are starting this page with, I pre-did the background before leaving Canada, so I used ink dried, brushed on, and then I have extreme glitter Mod Podge on top of it, so it's nice and shiny. The pencils I used here were my Four Candies mechanical pencils. I've got some dual hybrid metallic gel pens. You can see them there. And I've got the metallic Staedtler pens here, and they aren't actually very metallic when you after you put them down. So I'm kind of on the fence about those, and I'll show you which ones I'm talking about. So these are the 4-pack of Staedtler metallic pens that I bought. So these are not the same as the Staedtler brush pens, and these are more like a fiber nib bullet tip, but they don't seem to actually be very metallic, in fact. So a little bit disappointed on the metallic factor, but they are a nice color, and it went with what I was doing. So that is that. This was not a buddy color, so this was just me doing it on my own, and I'm happy with how the page turned out. Okay, the next page in this book I did on my own as well, and that's this page. And the ink background is just some dry brush ink that I did prior to coming. The pencils on this page are the Four Candies metallic pencils, some Pitt Artist pens, some Staedtler pens, Stardust clear, and I did the clear on top of the flowers because these are strawberry flowers, so they're white. So I just put the a little bit of yellow and then some Stardust clear on top of them, so that worked out well. And a little bit of Uniball white on some of the seeds. So yeah, really happy with how this turned out. The pencils work really well on here, and I'll show you the pencils I'm talking about. So these are the pencils I'm talking about. They are mechanical pencils, and I had them in my haul earlier this month, so in the video. So these are the Four Candies mechanical pencil. The other set of pencils I have here are the Blick Studios. So those will be the two pencils that I keep referring to. The next page I did in this book is the February 14th. So this is the wedding page. And I have some ink pad in the background, a little bit of washi tape, and then I used the pencils, and I colored this on screen on video for Wednesday, or Whimsical Wednesday for a wedding. And I have some gel pen, dual hybrid gel pen, and the rest is just pencil. I think it turned out pretty cute, and we answered some trivia during the question, so I am having fun on Wednesdays with the Whimsical Wednesday, and I hope you are having fun as well with the trivia. The next page in this book is a buddy color, and the buddy color is with Bo Beanie, and I will have her channel linked in the video description, and also I'll show you her page shortly. So on my page I used Blick Studio pencils, some dual hybrid, and some glaze pens. So I've got the dual metallic hybrid on the ribbon, and otherwise it was a straight color. The washi tape that I have down here isn't really the washi tape that I would want, but it was washi tape that I had put on before leaving Canada. So when I get back to Canada, I may switch it up a little bit, but because I'm not really sure that the washi tape matches the rest of the page, but I am happy with how this page turned out. And here is Bo Beanie's page. I think this is our first time ever buddy coloring with Bo Beanie, so thank you so much. I hope we can do another buddy color in the future. Her page turned out super cute. The next page in this book is the last page, and this was also a first time buddy color with fellow colorist Amie Ward, and I did an ink background before leaving Canada. And then the pencils here were the Blick Studio pencils, glaze pen, and gel pen. And I've got some silver metallic around the moon, but otherwise I left the moon as the page color. So normally I would put some kind of glitz or something, but I'm working on some limited supplies here. So some gold stars and a little bit of silver accents and some white accents in the sky. And otherwise I tried to make it a nighttime sky with a purpley background. And here is Amy's page. Thank you so much, Amy. I hope we can get together and do another buddy color this year. So that was 4 pages this month completed out of 1,000,000 Cute Animals. We have 43 pages left on my page countdown, so look forward to seeing this book more this year. Sticking with small books, this is my last small book before we'll need to do something with the camera. And I did a few pages this month. I did 3 pages, but only 2 counted towards my countdown. I have 23 pages left in this book. And we'll start off with this page here. And this page I did for Amanda Colors AC Palette Challenge. So I'll insert a picture of the palette here, and I'll put it right here. And this palette is $3.84. The items I used on this was Blick Studio pencils, some distressed crayons for the background, some Stardust Clear, and some dual hybrid. So I've got some Stardust on some of these spots and dual hybrid, but using that palette I tried to stick as close to the colors as I could. So I think it worked out well. And thanks, Amanda, for hosting that monthly hashtag. This is also for Amanda Colors, but this is her Sea of Colors color along. This is the Kissing Seahorses page, and it was her group buddy color for the month. And I used Blick pencils, dual hybrid and some glaze. So the background here is the rubbed on Tim Holtz Distress crayons and just some Blick. And the glaze I actually smeared, so I wasn't really thrilled with that. But I need to remind myself not to touch glaze after I've put it down until it's fully dried. But there is some dual hybrid on here as well. And on the, there's little glitz on the crowns. So just a fun page for Valentine's. And the third page in this book, Amanda Colors had done a vote for next month's, and this was not the page that was voted on, so I thought since it is part of the activity pages at the very back of the book, which I didn't count as to complete before having the book done, I went ahead and I did this. So I used the candies, the mechanical pencils, a little bit of the Pitt pens, and some gel pens that I had here in like neon colors. And then I did a bunch of stippling here to make it look like some sand. And then I used some distressed crayon for the background. So just a fun page I thought I would get done. And then the tentacle that is the winner, I did a black glazed dot all the way down that tentacle. So I knew who the winner was, but it's not super obvious on the page. It just kind of keeps it fun. And I usually make the eyeballs a little bit bigger than they already are, and I use a black glaze for that. And there's some the Stardust clear on the rest of the eyes. Okay, that is it for the Sea of Colors. And like I said, I have 23 pages left in this book, and look forward to finishing that in 2024. All right, we are getting to bigger books now, and our next book is Grains of Gold, so I'm going to slightly adjust the camera, so just 1 second. Okay, this month I did one page in Hannah Carlson's Grains of Gold. This is a book that I obviously brought with me on holiday because I am using this book for our Gems series. This page here, though, is not Gems. This was the bunny page, and this was a buddy color with Jackie Conrad from both here on the channel and on Instagram. So I will have her page here in a second. For me, I used distress crayons for the background, and I used a few different colors. I've got some glaze pens on the bees and some of the flowers inside. I've got a little bit of dual hybrid gold along the bottom, and the rest of it is the pencils I used were Blick Studio and a little bit of Neocolor 2. So I used the Neocolor 2 in the ears, for the inside of the ears, and the pink on the flowers. And then this other pink was a Pitt Artist pen, and then the rest is I really love my colors that I selected, and the lighting here is just not super great to show you, but there is a teal and gold gel pen in all the little so anyways, happy with how this page turned out, and I'm really happy to share with you the page done by Jackie. So here is Jackie's page. Jackie and I have done a bunch of pages together, and she always is pushing me to do my best. So thank you so much, Jackie, for having me do a page out of this book. Love how both of our bunnies are quite different. Very happy. Thanks, Jackie. My next book is from Anna Jaron, and it is an astrology coloring book. This is a new book to me that I just got this month from Amazon. And this was the page I did. It is the Year of the Dragon page, and I wanted to make sure that I did it during the year in February here for help celebrate Chinese New Year. And I used the mechanical pencils for the 4 candy ones. I also used a little bit of Faber-Castell Aqua pencils, and that is in the pink area. I also used some Stardust Clear in the flowers and some black glaze for the dragon, and the Stardust Clear for the tips of all of the scales. So I don't think you're going to see, well, maybe there. You can see the shine on the scales, a little bit of glaze, the Stardust Clear, I should say, and a dual hybrid black-red on here. But very happy with those pencils, those mechanical pencils. I'm having a lot of fun. They are waxy, so they actually blend really well. I did not use Gamsol on this, and that is pretty big for me because I normally blend with Gamsol, but because these are so waxy, they blend really well. And that is Year of the Dragon by Anna Jaron. The next book is Ink House by Rory Dobner. This is one of my 10 books to finish. I did 2 pages this month in February, and one is a page that I did for Whimsical Wednesday, and so there is a video on me doing part of the page. I used some glaze pen, green glaze, clear glaze, and blue glaze. I used a few of the Faber-Castell Aqua pencils that I have. I have a small set of those. I used distressed crayons for the floor and the bathtub. I used a bit of Neo Color 2 on our walrus, and then the aqua pencils on top, and some Blick Studio pencils. So really, all the supplies that I did have here, I used on this page. And there is a video for Wednesday where we again are playing trivia on Wednesdays while I color something with a W. So this was a walrus in a wash tub, and I hope you enjoyed that video. Now the next page in here is a buddy color with another brand new person to me, and that was Laura Jane. And I have Laura's picture to share with you as well. And before I left Canada, I went ahead and stamped a couple of butterflies on my page just because the page was, I just wanted to add a little bit something to the page, and so that's where those butterflies come from. And I used the Blick Studio pencils for this, and a touch of glaze on the butterflies and his eyes, but otherwise it's all Blick Studio pencils. And just want to make sure nothing else. Oh, gelatos. The background is gelato based, and I did that before coming. Okay, here is Laura Jane's page, and I think her picture turned out great. This was Laura Jane's first buddy color with me. Thank you so much, Laura Jane. I hope we can do another buddy color in the future, and thank you for letting me share your page on this video. All right, last book, and it is also the largest book, so I think we're still good. This is Forest Girls coloring book by Opal, and it is the premium edition, so it's a lot bigger than I thought it would be, which is kind of fun. This is the picture that they gave as inspiration, just so you see it. And this is the page that I did. The background, I used the Tim Holtz distressed crayons, and I washi taped down to get a nice crisp clean edge. Really happy with how the background turned out. It's not as dark in the center, but I was fine with that. I did some in the center, but I didn't, I chose to do it this way, so that's how it turned out. I did use some watercolor mediums on this page by using the Faber-Castell Aqua pencils. some distressed crayons, some glazed pens, and some Pitt pens. So most of this was done with the the aqua pencils, and I'll show you those ones because I've mentioned them a couple of times. So these are the Faber-Castell 12 Gold Faber Aqua. These are student grade, and these are ones that I picked up from Hobby Lobby years ago, and I just leave here in the United States so that I have some pencils when I'm here of watercolor nature. So, but I've been putting them to use, and I'm happy to do that. The tin was dented, and I think that actually some of these pencil leads are broken because I have had to sharpen them down quite a bit, but that's fine. I'm using them, and that's what's important. But I thought I'd share when I say the Faber-Castell watercolors. It's not my Albert Durs, it's the Gold Faber Aqua that I've been using, and I'm quite happy with how this page turned out, and a little bit of glaze accents for here, but otherwise my first page. So this counted as Color Your Hoard February 2024, and so did the page that I did for the Year of the Dragon, so I forgot to mention that. So that's it for all the completed pages. One other item that I have been working on, and that is World with Flags. I'm not going to show you those pictures we just had on Sunday, the 5 flags. I do have a short video coming up though, because I am happy to say that I have a large flag, a large map of the world coming that has both flags and locations on it. So we are going to have a short video where I color first New Zealand's flag, because we missed that for February. So we'll have New Zealand's flag on that video. Plus we are going to knock off and scratch off all of the ones that we have already done. So the flags for January and February. So look forward to that quick video. In fact, I may, if I get the map in time, I may do that during the draw video so that it's a little bit fun. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. I hope you have a chance to do something colorful and creative this week, and I will see you in the next video. Remember, there's a bonus video tomorrow of my completed Frogs and Friends book. All right, take care. See you next video. Bye-bye.